Hello, friends. It is Wednesday night, Yarn Adventures, obviously. Okay, so I am by myself for the moment. Dean is outside changing a tire on a trailer that it does not belong to me. And so, yeah, we're here. We're in Rochester, Minnesota for Zombie Knitpocalypse, which is live as a knitting retreat hosted by the Stockinette Zombies, Amy and Megan. And so we are here hanging out. I have a house with some lovely people down the hall. Hey, lovely people down the hall. Wave. Hello, there's one. Okay. So, and they're here hanging out with us. That's fun. And Cesium Yarn is here, and Fold Out Cat is here with us. So we are having a great time. And we are staying in a great house here in Rochester. We went and checked in this afternoon with the retreat, and picked out a table to sit at, and it's going to be a really fun time. So, that's where we're at now. I know the last couple of weeks have been kind of short because we've had a lot of other things going on, but we have really enjoyed getting to hang out with everybody the last couple of weeks. I think last week, actually, we were super short because it was our birthdays. So it was Donati Day. We went out to eat with Q from the Fold Out Cat and Heather and Matt. Heather from YarnCom and her husband, Matt. We had a really great time with that. And if you're having a hard time hearing me, I'm sorry. I'll make you shut up in a second, but try not to make that happen. So here's Dean. Yay, Dean! He's here. So yeah. So last week we were in St. Louis at the Midwest Weavers Conference, helping out Q for the whole time. We did all kinds of fun things where basically we just labeled a bunch of things. Dean did a whole bunch of inventory for Q. The yarn truck was got a brand new propane tank mounted underneath. And then, so we didn't have the truck with us. And we got to pick that up on Friday. And we, so that was fun. Picked that up on Friday. And then on Sunday, I did class with Q. She taught a back class at YarnCom, and then in the afternoon we did a spinning class on the EEW 6.1, which is really great. We had really great turnout for both of those classes. Had a lot of fun teaching them and participating in them. So I've been busy fiber arting the last week. I wove my very first project. And so I'm going to show that off here. And there's probably better pictures of it other places. But this is fabric. It's about 16 inches wide. It's a hand-painted warp from Shiny Dime Fiber Studio out of Indiana. It's called Indiana Sunset. And you can kind of see some of those colors coming through. It's this lovely gradient. And then I used Fold Out Cat's Purple Rain Gradient mini skein set, as well as a mini set called a Fusion 400, which is all these different textures, 50 yards of different textures of yarn from Cat Mountain Fibers, Kim Perkins out of Colorado. So I used every bit of my 6-yard warp. So I have more than about 5.5 yards of woven fabric at 15 inches wide. And so what I'm going to do with this is actually turn it into a skirt. I specifically wove it so that it had a really loose gauge. It's got a lot of drape to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's huge. I'll be posting some more pictures of it and some videos from when I was weaving it, which was super fun. Q helped me set up the whole thing. So we on Thursday, after we totally set up her booth, and then we started doing all the inventory and get everything together. We warped. She wove off the last of what she had on the loom, one of her class looms, and then on, I guess it was Friday, I beamed the warp, which means basically you like wrap it around the beam and then you divide it off into smaller sections, and then you take those smaller sections and tie them together so they're easy to deal with. And then you take those and you slay the loom, slay the heddles, which is pulling the each of the warp threads through the heddles, and through the reed, which is the thing that you kind of like beat the fiber with, like you pull it down and squish it together. So warp is the fibers that go like up and down. The weft is the ones that go across. So they go this way. So I'm really excited about how this is going to turn out. But I slayed it on Friday. We got it hung before we left on Friday night, and then hung on the loom. So it's like a mobile system basically where she can change out the inside set. And I know me having all the weaving knowledge, it's a little crazy, but that's okay. Q taught me very well. So we're gonna do, on Saturday I sat down and started weaving. I wove all day, and I got to where I was like almost at the end, and I ended up doing we needed to go ahead and close up the booth and pack it away. So what we did is we packed up the loom, put it in the pickup truck, in Heather's pickup truck, and drove it to YarnCom. And on Sunday, I finished out the last, I used 2 mini skeins, or micro skeins actually, from Q, in Yarn Adventure Truck and Purple Rain. And so I used those, and that's about 50-ish yard, or it was about 80 more yards, I guess, of yarn. So it was a mini skein equivalent, about 20 grams. That was about all I had left of space to use my shed up. So I was really happy with how it turned out. We ended up using about 900 yards of yarn for my weft. And then and that was a 6-yard warp. So really great. Turned out super well. I'm super happy with it. I've also done some knitting, so you guys will be happy to see that. I'm going to pull that out here. So if you've been following along with my drama of my bestie vestie, last week we realized I finished the ribbing, the bottom ribbing, and then realized as I was getting ready to move on to the body that I had cast on the wrong size. I had looked at the size smaller, and so that was not going to work at all. So I ripped that all out, and what I did is actually I just ripped out enough to do a cast on, and then I pulled off of my old. And so this is the new size, and then I have about another 2.5 inches of actual body going on here, so you can kind of start to see the pattern coming out. And I'm really loving my yarn that I made. So this is my hand spun. It's coming out super well. So I am making a lot of progress on this, but yeah, I didn't get going again on it until like Friday night or something like that. So we went out to eat a couple of times, or we ordered in a bunch. So yeah, that was nice. And yeah, so lots of fun there. We stayed in the truck on Saturday night and Sunday night, and in Heather's yard, and that's always a blast. So we did that. And then on Monday, after we waited around for the mail, and we picked up all the yarn that we had put on the wall at YarnCom, on the Yarn Adventure parking lot wall. We picked up all the extra yarn that was there. We left some new goodies there as well, but we did bring a whole bunch with us when we left. And then we packed up Q's trailer, and off we went to Iowa. We stopped in Coralville, Iowa, just outside of Iowa City. And we stayed there for the next couple of days, for Monday night and Tuesday night. Yesterday, on Tuesday, we went to Amana Colonies, and Q had never been there before, so we made sure to stop by the woolen mill and watch them weave for a minute, which is super fun. And then we went to the quilt shops then in the colonies, and then we had a really good time with that. So it was kind of nice to get to sleep in for a few days, not have to anywhere to be or anything to do. So it was really great. We did that like Monday, Tuesday, and today. This morning we set off from Coralville, and it's about a 3.5 hour drive or so. Basically. Yes, Erica. Erica says we were in her neighborhood. Yeah, we like drove right past you. So today we drove up 380, and then on 63. Dean and I, we were in separate vehicles, obviously, and so Dean and I stopped and got fuel in Cedar Point, and we got a message on Facebook that someone saw us, and they were like, "Oh, you should stop by Fiber Heart, which is a yarn shop just north of there in Urbana, Iowa," and it was literally like the next exit up. So Dean and I originally said, "Oh no, we can't make it," and then we were like, "Oh, it's just like 4 miles off the road, like 4 minutes off of this interstate." So we were like, "I guess we can make that work." So we stopped in, and they shared this building with a coffee bar, and delicious. The coffee was fantastic. Dean had a s'mores cookie, also super good. The yarn shop was super great. Tons of bad sheep yarn, tons of Forbidden Fiber Co., tons of Arcane Fiberworks, all lots of indie dye. Nothing that really overlaps with us, but definitely a lot of indie dye, and a lot of fun. So we got to talk to the owner's daughter-in-law, I believe, and and then I think we might be able to come back at some point. So he looking for us to pop in to Central Iowa at some point. Cute shop, really enjoyed visiting. So we will definitely be back. I bought some yarn. You want to see my yarn I got? I got Woolen Woman Fibers, and this is the colorway called, and I got a sock set, and I got this one. It's called Gummy Bear Goodness, and yes, so it's like this lovely purple mini, and then pinks and purples and teals, and it's super yummy, and this is totally up my jam. This is definitely my jam. I was very excited about it. So yeah, and then we got here to Rochester. We went to Walmart, got some snacks for tonight. I think dinner is like ready for me to eat. And when we got here, Kat and Penny were already here, so we're staying with Cesium. And so Kat presented Q and I with her. Hey, Kat, have you already done reveals of your solstice stuff?
No.
Can I show it off?
Give a spoiler first.
You can do it with the fiber. I don't care. She says she doesn't care. There's only one person watching live. So
say spoiler alert, don't look.
Okay, spoiler alert, if you don't want to see Cesium Yarns summer solstice happy pills box, then don't look. Okay, cool. So she gave us lovely bags of fiber, then the colors, and these are all inspired by your antidepressant drugs. So super fun. Okay, Jasper's watching. Yay! And then I'm gonna pop this up in this one. And here's the variegated. Ooh, so pretty. And so Q and I will probably be spinning these in the next couple of days. So it's pretty exciting. So yeah, I'm really excited to have that, which is awesome. And then we went and picked up our goodie bags from the fiber retreat. And so this year's bag looks like this. Every year it's different. really heavy duty bags this year. I'm very excited about them. Last year we got Henza bags, which were great. I'll be pulling out my wheel. We're gonna be doing some fiber exchanging later. It's gonna be great. So, all right. So yeah. What? I don't know what else we have to say. That's about all I got. Hey, Dean, do you have anything else? I think we got the tire changed on the trailer, so that's good. Yay! No?
No.
The tire's not changed?
Yes.
Oh.
Penny transcribed the wrong question.
Okay, so apparently the tire has been changed. As Q pulled into our Airbnb, the last corner from the main road, she hit a flat tire. Had a blowout really on the trailer, just one. So Dean has now fixed that. Luckily, we have tires. We also had a very helpful neighbor who was handy with anything that we needed. So yeah, I know, Jasper, more tire problems, but I think we have fixed the problem and it's not going to cost anything else. So it's all going to be okay. Anyway, I'm going to go hear about what's going on. So happy crafting, guys. I will see you next week. I promise we're going to do some longer videos again soon. It's just been super crazy. Don't forget, if you want to come see us this Friday at the Naughty Woodpecker here in in Rochester, Minnesota. We'll be there on Friday from 10 to 3. The Naughty Woodpecker in Rochester, downtown in Minnesota. Rochester, Minnesota. I know where I am, but only a little bit. Okay. So anyway, it's all good and everything's going well and we're going to have a grand time. So we'll be there from 10 to 3 on Friday. Come see us there. You can also catch us on Sunday at Fangirl Fiber Studio, and you'll have to check the website for the address for Fangirl Fiber Studio during the Wisconsin Shop Hop Yarn Crawl in the Milwaukee area. So we're going to be there. We're going to have a grand time there. I think it's 11 to 3 or 4. Like I said, check the details on the website, and we'll be happy to hang out with you guys. And I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot from me this week as I share all the cool things that we're doing here at the retreat. So we'll see you all soon. Happy crafting.
I only kept one, and that was because I wanted to show